Hi, I'm Dr. Deni Carise, Chief Science Officer at Recovery Centers of America, and I'm here as your addiction expert.
So a lot of people ask me, Deni, what is fentanyl? And what are these things called analogs? Is fentanyl heroin? Fentanyl is not heroin, but it's an opioid, like heroin and like carfentanil, the other analogs. So all the opioids, we compare all of them to morphine, the first and organic opioid. Now heroin is about 2 to 5 times stronger than morphine. And fentanyl can be 50 to 100 times stronger. We have that big range there because it's illicitly manufactured fentanyl. It's not pharmaceutical fentanyl. Now, carfentanil is another one people hear about. There's only one accepted legitimate use of carfentanil, and that's in veterinary sciences, and that's to sedate large animals like African elephants. There's no really legitimate use or no reason why that would have any human use whatsoever, because carfentanil can be up to 10,000 times stronger than morphine. Now let's go on to the analogs. An analog is when you look at this molecular structure of something and you add a little molecule or you move a little molecule over here, but it has the same effect. So if you take fentanyl and you move a little molecule, you now have an analog. Same thing with carfentanil. The problem with those are that they didn't exist yesterday. So something that didn't exist yesterday that a street chemist makes is not illegal. So what used to happen is that we had to identify it, find it on the street, give it a name, test it, identify the molecular structure, and then push it through the DEA. Well, in 2018, the law changed that said anything that has a very similar molecular structure, like fentanyl or carfentanil, that is an analog, is automatically illegal. So that was really helpful, but it does expire October 22nd in this year, so we really need to fight to extend that law to continue out, because we don't want people getting fentanyl, carfentanil, or any of the analogs. And by the way, there's about 1,400 identified analogs out there. So the big problem is that when somebody laces heroin or even fentanyl with carfentanil or the other analogs, it's very likely the person will have an overdose death, and we don't want that happening to our kids.
If you or a loved one has a problem with alcohol or drugs, call 1-888-RECOVERY today or go to recoverycentersofamerica.com. We answer the phone and admit patients 24/7. That number again is 1-888-RECOVERY.